informed is the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Honorable Janet Kataha Museveni, Permanent Secretary, Minister of Education and Sports, principals and tutors of health training institutions, all nurses and midwives in Uganda, relatives, friends, and in-laws. May her soul rest in eternal peace.
On UBC. Keep the lights on. Use Airtel Money to pay for all your Yaka bills conveniently. Open the My Airtel app to buy Yaka units. Airtel Money. Simple, secure, borderless. Brought to you by.
We're here to build because at the end of the day, we're truly Ugandan.
Well, a very good evening and a warm welcome from that AFCON game between Cameroon and Gambia. Of course, a big congratulations to the Gambian team. Now it's time for us to get into to the Cameroon team. It's time for us to get into our news bulletin for this evening on this 29th day of January. Let's first take a look at tonight's headlines.
Brought to you by.
How to get points. Just use MTN to make calls, send SMS, load airtime, buy bundles, or pay for MTN subscription services.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
And in our headlines tonight, Museveni commissions National Defense College in Buyikwe. VP Alupo hails Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and Paul Kagame over Katuna border reopening. 420 UPDF soldiers train in mountain warfare. And former Ethics Minister Father Simon Lokodo has died in Geneva, Switzerland.
Was brought to you by. Everywhere you go, MTN.
A very good evening once again and welcome to UBC News Tonight on this 29th day of January 2022. I'm Lauryn Kazimoto and my colleague Muhammad Mugalu will be joining us in a few minutes. Now we start off with our first headlining story this evening. President Yoweri Museveni, who is also the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, has commissioned the first ever National Defense College in Uganda. Now it is located in Naminya, Njeru Town Council, Buyikwe District. Museveni also commissioned the College Governing Council and opened the inaugural Course 1 2022 with an enrollment of 18 UPDF participants. Now speaking at the function, President Yoweri Museveni described the National Defense College as an apex of military learning. Take a look.
President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni was commissioning the National Defense College, the Governing Council, and opened the inaugural course 1/2022 with an enrollment of 18 UPDF participants.
This course is the apex, the culmination of military learning. But as General Mbadi said, it is good also for civilians to come here and learn about the strategic defense and security of the country, how the non-defense areas in the end contribute to the defense capacity of the country. So therefore, I'm very happy to be here I congratulate those who are involved to keep pushing. I had told them, why do you keep wasting money going out for these courses outside? Why don't you do it here? And as General Mbadi was saying, it took some time, but I congratulate you. Now you have taken off.
The Chief of Defense Forces, General Wilson Mbasumbadi, said the college will help the country save money the force has been injecting in to facilitate its officers abroad for training in countries like South Africa, the US, and UK, among others.
Of the UPDF, and now today, the 28th of January 2022, we are very happy to witness the commissioning of the college, whose motto is leadership with knowledge. We are also witnessing the opening of the first intake of the selected 18 participants, and then the inauguration of the governing council, which will be responsible for policy formulation of the college and also will be playing an oversight role over the management of the college.
Your clear guidance and the visionary stewardship of the country in general and of the UPDF in particular, that their resources, of course, both financial and human, to commit to such development investments. We thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your able leadership.
According to the college commandant, Major General Francis Okero, the college's 2 years academic program has been condensed to 48 weeks, at the end of which participants will be awarded postgraduate diplomas. The college is the first of its kind in Uganda and is anticipated to attract senior officers up to the level of 1-star general, senior officers at the rank of colonel, and also civilians in the future. Haruna Mtesasira, UBC News.
The body of the late Bank of Uganda Governor, Professor Emmanuel Tumusime Mutabire, has this afternoon been flown to Kabale. The Minister for Information and National Guidance, Kabale district leaders, relatives and friends received the casket bearing Mutabire's body at Makanga, Kabale municipality. Tumusime Mutabire, who died on Saturday last week at Nairobi Hospital, will be buried this Sunday at his home in Omurhita, Kabale municipality.
The Uganda police are now preparing to take the body. As you can see, that is a salute to the man who has immensely served his country, Uganda. Professor Emmanuel Mutabire, born in 1956, he breathed his last breath in the neighboring Kenya on 23rd of January this same year, 2022. So far, the report from the official doctors have confirmed that Mutabire died from difficulties from breathing caused by diabetes and other complications, although even COVID-19 is being attributed to part of his death. As you can see, his body, the casket, is being led into the ambulance, which will later drive him to the next destination, which we can't confirm whether it is his home or somewhere else. But arrangements are for tomorrow, and as UBC, we are in Kabale. We shall get you posted and updated on whatever will be taking place in this district, in as far as sending off the icon of Uganda's economy, Professor Tumusime Emmanuel Mutabire. We can shortly, let us see if we can get Professor Dr. Chris Barriomos here for some
for having lost a distinguished son of the soil, Professor Emmanuel Tumusime Mutabire, but we thank God that the body has arrived safely here in Kabale with the people, the members of the family who escorted the body, and we shall proceed with the program where we shall have prayers and a vigil at home, and thereafter tomorrow, starting at midday, we shall have a requiem service in honor of Professor Mutabire, and thereafter in the afternoon we shall lay him to rest in his home, Chijuguta, here in Kabale municipality.
The Uganda People's Defence Forces has launched regional Tarehe Sita 2022 activities in the Elgon region in preparation for the celebration slated for February the 6th. Prime Minister Robina Nabanja presided over this launch at Boma Grounds in Kapchora district.
To celebrate this day, the UPDF has since adopted the tradition of celebrating Tarehe Sita on a regional rotational basis. It undertakes various civil-military cooperation activities meant to recognize and give back to the people of Uganda as a token of appreciation. This year, Kapchora was chosen as a venue for launching the regional activities in preparation for the main event to be celebrated in Mbale district on February 6, 2022. As part of the activities for the regional launch, Prime Minister Robina Nabanja planted a symbolic tree at the National High Altitude Training Center, Tarehe, in Kapchora district.
This is what we have always told you, that NRM is here to serve its people. So the people of Kapchora have been producing athletes, international athletes, using the available. You know, they have been running in the bush where now we are going to have, I think, the number is going to explode. Because I'm told here, the children here
are talented.
Yes, are talented.
Because of the high altitude.
The number is going to explode.
Yes.
And therefore, these are the fruits of NRM. These are the fruits of Yoweri Kaguta Museveni.
Other activities the UPDF is doing to celebrate this day include free medical outreaches and construction of health facilities, construction of classroom blocks, sports activities and financial literacy training for the youth. The Prime Minister, in her address at Boma Grounds, said Elgon region was chosen to host this year's Tarehe Sita activities because of the historic significance of this region. It is as a place where the struggles to liberate Uganda from undemocratic regimes of the 1970s and 80s started.
The UPDF has truly saved Uganda and even gone beyond our borders to secure and bring peace in our neighboring countries, like Somalia, South Sudan, as part of our African spirit. In Uganda, the UPDF has also demonstrated that in peaceful times, you are able to add value to a number of causes. It was the UPDF which built some houses in Bulambuli. You know these houses in Bulambutie that are accommodating our people who are displaced by landslides in Bududa.
The State Minister for Defence, Jacob Oboth, took note of the insecurity in Kapchora district caused by Karamojong warriors. He pledged to coordinate with all stakeholders to ensure the matter is expeditiously handled.
We want the support of everyone in order to make the UPDF fulfill its constitutional mandate of safeguarding lives and properties of Ugandans and the sovereign territory of Uganda.
We are People's Army. We come from you and we go back to you. We are here to serve you because our main task is to serve you with something called peace and security.
Among those who attended this regional launch included the Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Goreti Kitutu, members of parliament from the Elgon region, senior officers and men of the UPDF, district leaders and senior civil servants. The theme for this year's Tarehe Sita celebrations is retracing the people's struggle for peace and security for a modern Uganda. Story compiled by Michael Mgera for UBC.
Uganda People's Defense Forces soldiers from the Mountain Division and Special Forces Command have completed a mountain warfare technical course at Mountain Warfare Training School, Karugutu in Toroko District. Course was aimed at equipping soldiers with combat tactics for higher altitudes and difficult terrain. We have the details in this report.
420 operational soldiers have been passed out at Mountain Warfare Training School, Karugutu, in Toroko District. The soldiers are mainly from Mountain Division and Special Forces Command, have completed a 4-month mountain and jungle warfare course. The vigorous mountain technical drills involve maneuvering the harsh terrain, thick forests, valleys, escarpments, and river crossing while advancing to the enemy position.
Training in the military prepares troops to accomplish their critical wartime missions. The best training given to us in our traditional training schools like Kaweweta is not only intended to be an end to itself, but rather a stepping stone for soldiers to be launched into their military careers.
The second in command of the Mountain Division, Colonel John Winston Mugarura, informed the graduates that the military trains for one to become a professional.
Of your stay here at Mawats, you have been equipped with the necessary techniques and tactics employed in high altitudes in operation areas, and has further gone to introduce to you how to use new equipment applicable in such operations.
The commandant of the training, Colonel Musoke Kavuma, disclosed that the course aimed at equipping soldiers with techniques and tactics employed in higher altitudes and difficult terrains.
We are used to as UPDF before. So we are trying to equip our soldiers with the techniques and tactics of fighting in the mountainous environment. All the troops which have gone to, who are engaged in the operation Soldier in Congo, have gone through this training school. We are proud to say that we have trained them, and the results we are getting are very encouraging. The boys are doing a very wonderful job there. Okay.
Haruna Mutesasira, UBC News.
Now, the Uganda People's Defense Forces, UPDF, has been commended for its outstanding performance in sustaining peace and security in the country. Now, this was revealed by the Minister of State for the Elderly Affairs, Honorable Chidudu Mafabi Dominic, as he officiated at the launch of the 41st Tarehe Sita and Defense Forces civil military activities in Bungoho Sub-County headquarters in Mbale District. Honorable Gidudu further advised the population to embrace government programs and retrace their potential in the struggle for the last 41 years. Brigadier General Richard Karemire, the Uganda Defense Liaison Officer at the East African headquarters in Arusha, on behalf of the UPDF, noted that 41 years have been long without a lot of achievements, especially the restoration of peace and security as a prerequisite for social economic transformation. Some of the places to be worked on by UPDF Engineers Brigade include construction of an incinerator at Bumadanda Health Center 3, rehabilitation of classroom blocks at Bumageni PS in Bugema Barracks, and renovation of workshop house at Mbale Army Spouse Workshop. Other CIMIC activities will include free HIV/AIDS counseling and testing, free eye and dental care, minor surgeries, and outpatient services. Civil works for rehabilitation and construction of key municipality roads in Kamali have started. Kamali becomes the latest beneficiary of the World Bank-funded Result-Oriented Infrastructure Development Project. The project, which commenced in 2013, is credited for giving a major facelift to urban centers across the country.
Kamuli municipality infrastructure is set for a major facelift after the groundbreaking ceremony of the Uganda Support Municipality Development Project at the Industrial Area Road. The groundbreaking ceremony was graced by the first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of East African Affairs, Rebecca Kadaga, and attended by Judith Nabakova, the Minister of Lands and Urban Development, among other political leaders and guests.
Administration ya town nti mufanye ino okutukiriza conditions deva batereko da usmid nokora okutukira endagano nga engudo diwa mukisera ekitegekebwa December 31st 2023 tuli araino natero okutuka nolwekyo mutandikirewo okora ebirimo ejo rugudo laife.
5 years ago, we had the first phase of USMID, Right Honorable, and most of the municipalities that qualified and participated in the last 5 years, some of the municipalities were elevated to a city status. And we believe that this phase we are currently implementing is a follow-on phase and also call on for additional funding that came because of the good performance in the last 14 municipalities.
At least 19 kilometers of the municipality roads will be worked on in the next 2 years. The result-oriented World Bank-funded USMID program began in 2013-14 financial year.
We performed very well. That enabled us to secure more funding from the World Bank through your support, Right Honorable Prime Minister, and now we are implementing the second phase of this program.
Over 12 billion shillings will be spent in the first phase of the civil works in Kamuli Municipal Council. Meanwhile, Kadaga also extended a helping hand to the people of Namayingo and Luero districts by donating maternity beds and mattresses to selected health centers.
Many of our health centers have such challenges. Now, when it comes in to rescue our people, we really appreciate.
And 1,000 iron sheets to the island district of Namayingo to help roof some of the dilapidated schools.
I spent the day with the leaders of Namayingo and the people on NRM Day. So we would see on a primary school, which is very, very ugly indeed. So I told them that Siavona, that this is going to take charge of food. So I'm happy that I've fulfilled my pledge. Now hand over the RDC and the people of Namayingo to go and roof all those schools.
We are very, very grateful for this offer, and we are going to make the best use of it.
Dennis Igoa for UBC News.
Former State Minister for Ethics and Integrity, Reverend Father Simon Lokodo, has died. Lokodo, who breathed his last in the Swiss capital of Geneva in Switzerland, is reported to have tested positive with COVID-19 while on official duty. The announcement was made on Uganda Human Rights Commission Twitter account, where he had been a member.
The man who, because of his stand against indecent dressing in public and the unofficial title of Minister for Miniskirts, has rested. Father Simon Lokodo always stood his ground against any unethical behavior in society. And where need arose, he meant what he said, took action, and defended it.
I am not worried. I am not concerned. On the contrary, I'm tranquil because I know any sensible person will take this positively.
His death is a peak of a 64-year-old journey that began on 28th October 1957 when he was born. The holder of a Bachelor of Arts degree in theology from the Pontifical Urbaniana University, hailed from Kabong district of Karamoja in northeastern Uganda. His Master of Arts degree in theology was also obtained from the same University of Rome.
Actually, I am the one going to own this bill. Even the regulations are going to be formulated by me, by my ministry, of course, want to say, with the help of the judiciary.
Described as dynamic, He is also a holder of a diploma in rural sociology, another in philosophy and social science, and a certificate in Italian language. His love for theology dates back to his tertiary education when he obtained a diploma from Makerere University.
What I know is we are going to put measures that are going to respect every individual, and you only get criminalized when you are a criminal.
Known to be linguistic, Lokodo also holds a certificate in German language, obtained from an institution in Austria. He was also fluent in the French language, having obtained a certificate from an institution in Paris, the capital of France.
One of the things I've learned is that even priests, when they are still the other side serving, in some instances, you may say, you don't need to join politics, but I think they can have a voice. You know, he came this side and had a voice. I think even when they are the other side, they should have a voice.
At the age of 49, Lokodo joined parliament after winning a by-election for Dodorth County in June 2006. This resulted from the death of an incumbent member of parliament. Prior to becoming Minister of State for Ethics and Integrity, he served as State Minister for Industry between 2009 to 2011, after replacing Dr. James Nsababuturo in the Ethics and Integrity Ministerial docket. He focused on fighting unethical behaviors in society.
And courts of law will determine whether the person is guilty or not, and the verdict follows with a penalty that is annexed to the law.
It is a commitment that Uganda and the world will miss about him, as attested by former presidential candidate Professor Venantius Barriamureba.
He tried his level best to fight corruption. He tried his level best to promote ethics in this country and integrity. He's done his part, he's run his race. But time has come for him to go and be with the Lord.
It is sad, it's unfortunate, but that's how life is. Whoever is born with human flesh, time comes when you have to pass on.
By the time of his death, he was serving as a member of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, having lost his parliamentary seat in the recent elections. Henry Okrut, UBC.
A very sad event right there. But UBC News Tonight takes a very short break. We return with business stories.
Pay school fees conveniently using MTN Momo. Dial *165 *80#. Enter the student code provided by the school. It will show you the student name and the class plus outstanding balance. Enter the amount you want to pay. Enter PIN. You will get a notification confirming payment. It's simple, secure, and convenient.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Our Ugandan story isn't a new one. It's not about where we come from. It's about what can be accomplished when we're working, living, and growing together. It's about speaking the same language, the language of progress. We're Ugandans building Uganda with Ugandans, skilling Ugandans and developing competencies required in the oil and gas sector, partnering with Ugandan businesses to achieve greatness. We're here to build because at the end of the day, we're truly Ugandan.
Start the year off with my Airtel 4G smartphone. You get to enjoy free 1 GB data valid for a month and 100% bonus data every month for 3 months at only 250,000 Uganda shillings. This includes free data spread over 3 months worth 86,500 Uganda shillings, making the effective price of the 4G phone 163,500 Uganda shillings only. Visit the nearest Airtel shop and get one today. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Raising voices.
I feel happy when my father spends time with me. I hope all fathers will like my father. I want my father to reach out to all fathers. He knows how important it is to be a good father. I promise to help my father inspire other fathers to change.
In this time of COVID, what is your promise to the children of Uganda? Because a violence-free childhood is everyone's right. Raising voices.
COVID-19 is still here with us. As Owechitiwa Peter Maiga, the Prime Minister of Buganda, states, let us all take the necessary precautions.
Self-medication is always very dangerous. We should leave medical matters to the medical personnel. It's only a healthy population that can produce wealth. And if you want to work for your well-being, you must care about your health first.
Because of the new COVID-19 circulating variants like Omicron, it is very important for all of us to be fully vaccinated with 2 doses of the same vaccine type. It's only those getting Johnson & Johnson who receive only a single dose to be fully protected.
Even after vaccination, continue to adhere to all SOPs by wearing a mask properly, covering your mouth and nose, washing your hands regularly with soap and clean water or using an alcohol-based sanitizer, maintaining physical distance of at least 2 meters from others and avoiding crowds. Echa COVID-19, chija kugwa. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF and partners.
Transact and win money after money with Airtel Money. 1.5 billion shillings in cash prizes up for grabs. The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back from that break, and now taking a look into the business world. The Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries, working with stakeholders, has developed the Agricultural Value Chain Development Strategy. The Director for Agriculture Extension Services at the Ministry of Agriculture, Deus Muhwezi, says that the mechanism to deliver this Agricultural Value Chain Development Strategy is the implementation of the Parish Development Model. Take a look.
The Director Agriculture Extension Deus Muhwezi has disclosed that there is no doubt that Uganda is going to deliver the much-needed agriculture industrialization through the Agriculture Value Chain Development Strategy.
And the value chain approach starts right from genetics, go to production, go to inputs, go to processing, go to marketing. And in all this, the market is the anchor.
Muhwezi is hopeful that the implementation of the agriculture parish model is one of the approaches to deliver agriculture value chain development strategy.
Because we think that if we can focus government services delivery right down from the parish where our major clients, the farmers, live and operate, we think that we shall be able to not only transform agriculture, but also be able to transform the lives and wealth creation of our farming households.
He applauded Sasakawa Africa Association for unveiling the new strategic plan, saying this is timely to address the gaps in the agriculture value chain. Sasakawa Africa Association County Director Dr. Lauryn Kazimoto Masika highlights the coming approaches to improving agricultural production.
For years we have focused on smallholder subsistence farmers transformation, but mainly on food security and nutrition. And now we are rebranding, and we are focusing also on market-oriented agriculture.
Retired market donor at the Faculty of Food Science, Professor William Chamuhangire, has expressed dismay over poor programming and content in many of the media houses.
In Uganda, we don't have a TV station which concentrates on agriculture. And yet, agriculture is everything.
Some of the extension stakeholders at the meeting highlighted the different approaches they hope would be the tools to improve production and productivity of the farmer.
Our Ugandan story isn't a new one. It's not about where we come from. It's about what can be accomplished when we're working, living, and growing together. It's about speaking the same language, the language of progress. We're Ugandans building Uganda with Ugandans, skilling Ugandans and developing competencies required in the oil and gas sector, partnering with Ugandan businesses to achieve greatness. We're here to build because at the end of the day, we're truly Ugandan.
Pay school fees conveniently using MTN Momo. Dial *165 *80 hash. Enter the student code provided by the school. It will show you the student name and the class plus outstanding balance. Enter the amount you want to pay. Enter PIN. You will get a notification confirming payment. It's simple, secure, and convenient.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
And now into sports. Government is committed to increasing funding towards Uganda Athletics Federation as a result of successes registered over the past few years. This has been announced by the National Council of Sports Assistant General Secretary David Katende during the elective assembly of the Federation at Katikati Restaurant in Kampala.
Otuchet in his pursuit of retaining the Uganda Athletics Federation presidency that he has actually achieved unopposed.
Yes, Chisanja is having also Olympic Games 2024. 2024 for Uganda is also a significant year. By 2024, we are making a centenary as a federation. Our federation was formed in 1924. So the activities that we shall be engaged in will be geared towards celebrating that centenary. And that will include excellent performance of our athletes.
In this, his fourth term, Dominic Otuchet promises to address several key issues for the sport and the country's growth.
Of course, we are going to continue to support our athletes and promote them, but we also want to support the associations so that they become more grounded, so that they are able to do a lot more things. The other area which we shall focus on is to look for more partnerships. In these 4 years, we are going to focus also to uplift the sprinters and the field eventers. We would like to ensure that we deliberately encourage creation of camps in other areas where we don't have camps.
Over the years, the Athletics Federation has registered several international successes that haven't gone unnoticed by government.
The country and government has recognized this performance, and for the period that is coming, it has taken a decision to increase the amounts of money that it is extending to athletics.
The Uganda Athletics Federation Executive Committee is complete with vastly experienced personalities, including Beatrice Aikurwa, Secretary General, assisted by Namayo Mawerere, while Paul Okello is Organizing Secretary.
We want to grow our sport. We want to focus on coaches who are able to provide support to the athletes to train properly. We want to look at the technical office, how we manage our events. Also want to look at the other option, having a dual career for athletes. An athlete can last longer in the sport is through having a dual career. You can either be in school at the same time be an athlete, or you can still be an employed person and still continue to run in the sport. So we think that can grow the sport in the next 4 years.
Lauryn Kazimoto is first Vice President for Administration, while world-renowned coach Benjamin Injia is Vice President in charge of technical matters. Abdallah Mande is the new Publicity Secretary, with the executive complete by regional representatives. John Barnes, Sentamo, reporting.
Uganda Woodball Federation has got government's nod in its quest to construct a state-of-the-art complex in Garuga along Entebbe Road. This was confirmed during the Federation's 14th annual Congress hosted at Namrembe Resource Center.
When the sport of woodball arrived in Uganda about 14 years ago, it was received with both optimism and skepticism. Those that embraced it are now celebrating its achievements, notably the fact that they have won many medals at international meets, a move that has highlighted Uganda as a sports power. And after achieving sports success, the Federation has fronted itself as a benchmark for others, starting with proper administration and transparency. Target now is at much better with a state-of-the-art sports complex at Garuga along Entebbe Road, the plan to achieve as soon as possible. As the Federation struggled to ensure the sports complex lives to reality, government has come in handy and promised a helping hand.
As National Council of Sports and the government, we have received with appreciation the strategies for development through the Woodball multipurpose development project, which has been earmarked at Garuga. I have been able to visit the site, and I know if we are able to implement that project, it will not only benefit Woodball, but the entire 52 National Sport Federation as of now.
Dr. Oguela revealed this while attending the Federation's 14th Annual Congress. The Congress passed a 6 billion shillings budget for activity, notable of which is the World Cup in Malaysia.
We are focusing on this event so that we can prepare a very strong team which can bring home a win. And on top of that, we are launching something new for the Woodball fraternity. We are organizing an event which can bring together all the Chinese community in Uganda. First of all, to learn both popularize the game, but also to be able to compete. And we think that this can be an annual event. If we can achieve it, then it will complement the Federation efforts to lure Chinese community in Uganda to support the younger sport.
In the interim, the Federation plans to start its 2022 calendar events early next month with the first corporate Woodball circuit at Makerere University. John Barnes, Sentamo, reporting.
All right, now UBC News Tonight has come to an end, but it's now time for you to chill with the big boys of sports here in UBC Television, whereby Burkina Faso takes on Tunisia. Well, we do hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. My name is Lauryn Kazimoto and Mohammed Mugalu. We wish you a lovely night.
Brought to you by...
We're here to build because at the end of the day, we're truly Ugandan.
Flutterwave, partner of this broadcast of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations Cameroon 2021.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here. In the lush green all around us, and the the wondrous sights within. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking, to the taste of food that takes you on a journey. In the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth. In the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the Pearl of Africa.
Olina smartphone app ya UTV gitekeko osobola okulaba channel za TV zonna ne radio zifilimu ezebika byonna obusanyo n'ebirala okugidownloadinga kola bwoti genda ku Google Play Store teeka mu UTV downloadinga bwebemaze okudownloadinga gitekeko olugalo otandika giwandiisa teeka mu namba ye MTN oba Airtel bagina kusindikira pin code gitekemu egende kuddamu okusaba ennamba yo ne pin code eyo gyofunye bitekemu otandika okwejovana kwa mutente wetaaga data ate nga bako mwezi mulamba ng'okozesa UTV ku bwereere.
The Baganda call it munene munene. The Banyankole muhango. The Acholi dit dong dit. The Bagishu humubafubafu. It means king size freshness for all. Move It Family Soap is giving you a fresh start for your family. This soap is indeed so big. Tagwerera muwangazi ate it has a great kawowo. Unaba, no naba, kale no nabi dala. Available in coconut, aloe vera, lemon and rose. Find the king size Move It Family Soap in all Dukas, next supermarkets close to you. Move It all day confidence.
For an event as big as the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations, you can't afford to miss out. So where do you go when you want to have a full AFCON 2021 experience? You go where everybody goes. When you're looking for the vibe, you go straight to the source. So if you want to have it all, go all out for the 2021 Africa Cup of Nations with GoTV. Catch all 52 must-watch games live on SuperSport on GoTV. GoTV, love it.
Flutterwave, partner of this broadcast of the Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations Cameroon 2021.
Well, those who predicted right, Cameroon against Gambia, the draw should be actually is happening now. I'll get to choose the winner of the right prediction. Let's get to see who won the prediction between Cameroon and Zambia. Let's start. Let's go. Stop. You need to stop and we see who's the lucky winner. That's the draw on your screen. Of course, the one who got it right. If you want to be part of this AFCON predict and win, just get your phone, type *210 *6#. Press your prediction. If you get it right, you go into a draw, and when you win, you can actually go home with the border, with the high cash money, with the smartphone. But now the winner, actually the number for the winner is 0706 070558. I will say it once again. Actually, there are two winners. The first winner, the number is 0706 070558. The second winner, the phone number is 0757 098480. Yes, congratulations, congrats to those who have actually won. And if you want to be part of that, go to your phone, type *210 *6#. If you get it right, you'll be able also to take home a smartphone, a border, cash money. Like the other day I was giving away money and I was like, what if this money was mine? Anyway, gentlemen, the winners actually, I've got two winners. I don't know where you come from, your protocol to predict and win. I don't know. Michael, in Ichitubulu and Tebe, have you told people to predict and win?
Yes, 100%. And I always encourage them that there is a border for grab. There is 100,000 every match day. There is T-shirts there, caps.
Which T-shirts? Polo T-shirts or?
Your TV and UBC T-shirts. Then we have caps in there.
Not Pierre Cardin.
It depends. It depends on what you win, but a lot of prizes are up for grabs. But most especially, they are smartphones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Timothy, have you encouraged people to win?
Yeah, actually, I get asked a lot. That's the question I actually get asked a lot. People normally ask me, those that actually happen to run into me. I always, I've had to recite the code over and over. *210*6#. It's